here with us, ready to go. I tell you what, this going live has been a challenge the last several weeks. They've been changing a lot of this stuff on the YouTube live button, and it's been not fun connecting. About 4 minutes ago, it wouldn't even give me the button to go live. It was just giving me a black screen. So I almost didn't think we were going to make it tonight, but all of a sudden it did finally kick on. Pete's here with us. It did finally kick on, and we made it on, just barely. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully it keeps working. It usually does work once we get it going, but the last 3, 4, 5 weeks, every week it's been a challenge to get it to set up and hook and go. So keep our fingers crossed that it works tonight. But anyway, tonight, viewer box. Viewer box from Pete. Our good friend Pete sent us a viewer box. So, don't know what we've got there tonight. Got some backup toys if nothing else, but this is a pretty hefty box. Now, like last week, we had a smaller viewer box that I knew was lighter. I didn't think there was a lot of stuff in it. There was a couple of really cool things in it, but there was just a few things in it. This one's a little heavier, so Jim's here with us. I would imagine there's probably more stuff in this one, but like I said, since we don't know what's in the viewer box, I always keep a box of toys or some other cool stuff handy. If not, we'll do those next week. So anyway, looks like some people are getting their notifications, getting ready to jump on, so I guess it's time to slice open the viewer box. Let's see what Pete sent us. I know Pete's got good taste. I'm sure we got cool stuff. So Bill Disc's here with us. Let's go ahead, flip this thing around, slice open this box, and see what kind of cool stuff Pete sent us to check out. There was one of the cats. Morons. All right, here it is. Let's see what we got. Big Job is here. Now, this box actually, if you can see it, almost 9.5 pounds right here. So, ought to be some good stuff in here. Or Pete sent us a box of rocks. Not sure. Yeah. Let's stick with the box, not the fingers. Dennis is here with us. Dennis, let's see. I got your payment. I need an address, Dennis, on that promo. So just wanted to let you know it came through, but I need an address to get that shipped to you. Anyway, here we go. Let's see what we got. Viewer boxes are always a ton of fun. It's super cool that you guys think enough of what we do to contribute to the show this way. Peter from Down Under. And I always appreciate it when somebody sends something in to share with me and everybody else. All right. Okay, I'll check the email, Dennis. I usually only look. Mark's here. I don't look at email every day, so I'll go into and check the email and see if it's in there. I assume you sent it to the Gmail account, but I'll look and see if I can find it in there. So, all right, what do we got? What do we got? We never know. It's always fun. Let's see. Hopefully, it's not rocks. Pete. Okay, perfect. I'll look that up, Dennis, and get that on the way to you. All right, well, it doesn't look like we got rocks. We got some cool stuff. Looks like there's a can right here. Let's just start right here. What do we got here? Pyrol. That's a good can. Heat-proof lubrication process top A Pyrol. That's an early can, too. Tony's here with us. That's a good-looking can, and that is early. Some cool decorative paint over here. Mark got his stuff today. Yeah, that was some pretty cool stuff from last week you got, Mark. No doubt about that. Well, that's a nice piece. Super cool. What else do we got? More Trans Ams. Trans Am toys. Never go wrong with more Trans Am toys. Turbo car, so it'd be like an 81. Actually, a slot car. I don't know a lot about slot cars, but I know that was a slot car. So that's cool. Even has turbo style wheels on it. Note for me, map, Kansas highway map. Standard service compliments of Standard Oil Company of Indiana. This is actually a Kansas map. Look at the cars and look at the pumps. Obviously, this is an early map, which is super cool. Look at that. Talk about cool graphics. Oh, there's all the brands. Look at that when you fold it out. That's cool. Red Crown, Solite, Stanolind, ISO-V, Polarine, Stanolind. That's a sweet piece. License plate, Washington 63 with a 65 sticker on it. I don't think I've got anything like that from Washington. So that's a cool piece. Broke out a little bit at the bottom, but it appears to be all original paint, original colors. '23 calendar. I actually have not put up a new calendar in the office yet, so got a spot for that. Hudson. There's a Hudson. I guess that's close enough. Picture of a Hudson work for you guys? It'd probably work for me, so. Tweedledee here. Oh, this is cool. 70 years of Buick. Next week's dressed like the attendant. Yeah, David W. is here. Viewer box, Tweedledee. This is a good book. I literally grew up with this book. This dad had this book when I was a kid. It's literally 70 years of Buick. George Damon. This book was actually written in 73. I believe published in 73 or 74. Literally, it is exactly 70 years of Buick. It is 03 to 73. Not that I didn't live with this book, so I do know a lot about it. I looked up a gajillion things in this book when I was a kid since Dad had it, so I'm extremely familiar with this. Crestline, they actually did a Cadillac version of this, a Chevrolet version of this. When I was growing up, this is the one Dad had, obviously being heavily into Buicks. So, but I mean, I can tell you where half the stuff is in this book, you know. Let's go to 38 and look at the Y job, just because that was one of the favorite things I always used to look at. Let's see, where was it at? I think it was in here somewhere. I thought it was right there in that same year area when it was built. Maybe not. There it is. They had it with 39. I knew the Y job was in there. So much cool stuff in here. Early sunroof cars. Like I said, I mean, I literally grew up with this book. The war era, I always thought the war era stuff was really cool with all the tanks. The crazy part about it is this book was published before I was born. But it literally goes right up to 73. Tony missed his Sunday, had to go pick up a motorcycle. Well, glad you went back and caught the magazine at least. So it literally goes right up to 73. I don't know if the published date was 73 or if it was 74. Yep, copyright was 73. Yeah, it kind of was actually kind of the Bible. Like I said, I literally grew up with this book. I've studied it. Like I said, I've looked a gajillion things up in it. So much cool stuff in here. World War I. Obviously, this section here, the 50s, is what I really grew up on. Of course, the LeSabre and the XP300. Remember looking at that picture well. That was one car that Dad always wanted, the 51 Roadmaster convertible. So I always remember that's the 52 section. We'll back up to the 51. Where they had, there it is. I remember this picture so well. That car was actually in real life kind of a light green or robin's egg blue. I've seen pictures of that car in person, in color, and always admired that car because I always remember, back when I was a kid, that was one car Dad always wanted, was a 51 Roadmaster convertible. And he did buy one several years ago. He's got a burgundy one. It's a gorgeous car. But this is the stuff I remember from when I was a kid, growing up, going through this book, looking at all the pictures, studying especially the 50s and 60s era Buicks. The Caballero, one of my favorites of all time. So another car that's super cool that I always loved, the 60 electric convertible. Where'd that car go? I just seen it when we flipped by it. Right there. Another gorgeous car, the 60 electric convertible. Eloy made it. So anyway, we could go on about that for like the next hour. But we got other stuff in the viewer box. So let's put that right there. Got the map. And let's see what else we got in the viewer box. Kind of got sidetracked there. Yeah, that was a good looking car. Dad's is a real deep burgundy now. We ought to do a video on that car. That's a pretty amazing car too. All right, on to the viewer box. I got sidetracked. Oh, another Auburn in all red this time. More Buick books. The Standard Catalog of Buick, 3rd edition, up to 2004. This book we did not have, I don't think. But it looks like there's a ton of cool stuff in this one, too. I'll spend a little time with it. Those are neat cars. Pace Car Centuries. I guess they call it a Regal for that one. So it looks like a ton of good information in here as well. Obviously, they're 58 Limited. Those cars are stunning. 58 Super 4-door hardtop, that's just like Dad's. Dad's got an identical one to that. Another one we ought to do a video on. So, anyway, there again, I could fall down this rabbit hole for like hours. Peter's a fan of the 58s. Yeah, the 58s are pretty stunning cars. There's no doubt about it. All right, what are these? What we got here? Pete Winters. We got this from Pete Winters. Actually, I think this is the box that I had all of his stuff stashed in. Yeah, I had all of his stuff stashed in this box when he picked up his Camaro. So then he sent it back to me. But these are really kind of cool, actually. Fuse boxes. Old school metal auto fuses. Alex is here. These are all old school metal fuse boxes. General Fuse, Killark, Dill, valve seals. So one of them is not fuses, but the old school glass fuses. So those are cool. What else we got? Tweety D remembers them. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in here, Alex. Been a great box so far. Ooh, another bus. Still have no idea why I like bus toys, but I just think bus toys are so cool. I don't have any idea why. This actually has the Greyhound cast right into it. The Greyhound letters, that's all cast into the bus. Good looking bus. All the wheels are intact. Nice piece. And down to the bottom. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember that, but that could be. Chevy Hub Magazine. Not familiar with this one. Haven't seen this before. Pete threw a couple copies of these in here as well. This is a publication that I have not seen, so I don't know much about it or what to tell you about Chevy Hub magazine. It's quite a 55. So I'll have to flip through these, take a little bit better look at them, kind of see what these consist of, because not familiar with them. On to issues of Chevy Hub. So anyway, that's what we've got for the viewer box. Tons of cool stuff. Great Buick books, toys, magazines, cans, all kinds of super cool stuff. So obviously, huge thanks to Pete for sending that. And I always appreciate it when you guys do. I mean, it's obviously not expected or necessary of anybody, but the fact that some of you guys do like to contribute to the show and what we do here is so cool and so awesome. So obviously, this is such a great book. I will definitely be spending some more time with that. That's like some flashbacks on some of this stuff. So for me, it's super cool. I learned a lot about Buicks when I was growing up by studying this book. So super cool to see that again. Plus, I'll have to study this one and check it out. So, there's the viewer box. Great viewer box. As always, huge shout out to Pete. Thanks for sending that. Like I said, not expected of anybody, but awesome when you guys do it. It's great because it shares it with all of us. We all get to learn something, and that's what this whole thing's about. Just like we talk about on Sunday Night Chat. That's why it's a chat. It's because all of us, all of our input, all of our participation, that's what makes it what it is. That's kind of how I look at viewer boxes. You guys are still participating, and it's great. Pete was on here earlier. He signed in earlier. I'm sure he's still here. Ryan and Amy are here. So super excited about it, and huge thanks to Pete for firing that off to me and thinking enough about, some of that stuff about what I like and things like that. So anyway, that's kind of what I've got for tonight. Like, I had some other toys ready, but shoot, we're almost 20 minutes into this deal already. So we'll probably save those toys for next week. And we've still got a lot of super cool stuff to get into that I brought back from the Missouri run, Wichita Swap Meet. Yep, there's Pete. I knew Pete was still here with us. And so we got a lot of cool stuff coming up on the next several Toy Tuesdays. What else is happening? I will get your promo model boxed up, Dennis, and look for your address in the Gmail. And the stuff that was already paid for as of this morning has already been shipped. As of at noon today, I was caught up on everything, but I've had some other stuff go on since then. So I've got more stuff to ship. That's the whole purpose of it, though. So anyway, that's what's going on with me. Be sure to get in for the raffle Sunday night. If you haven't got in, you still got time to PayPal in and get your raffle tickets for the porcelain mobile pump plate and possibly the hubcap or the license plate if you don't win the sign. Then we announce the next raffle. I got some cool ideas. I think I got it narrowed down. I think you guys are going to dig it, and we're going to have some fun with next month as well. So, anyway, that being said, what else do I need to put up this week? I hope you guys all caught the new Bentley video. That was numero uno made it right here towards the end. If you didn't catch the Bentley video last night, be sure to check it out on the documentation that car has. Crazy documentation. Original stuff from Bentley for that car from 1936. The original engine dyno sheets, the paperwork from when the chassis went to the coach builder. I mean, just crazy stuff. So if you missed that, be sure to check it out. That gets all 3 videos on the Bentley up. So that's all I've got on the Bentley. But still got tons of stuff in the can. Stuff from other salvage yards, new inventory, more stuff from ACD. We got that Cord Speedster coming up. We've got gas pump for the sign. Yeah, it'd be a little tough to ship the whole pump. That would get pricey, trying to ship the whole pump. So anyway, I don't know what I'll get up, but I got a ton of stuff. I've got so much new inventory that we haven't shown you guys yet. And a lot of stuff I haven't even shot. I mean, Mark liked the video on the documentation. Yep, that was pretty, it's cool. It really is. So 2.5 weeks, it's going to be rolling across the block at Barrett-Jackson. We're all going to want to watch that and see what happens when that Cord and that Bentley roll across the block. So that's right, number one, you were on time. We just started early, like at the normal time. So we've got a lot of stuff. I don't know how many, we've probably got, I bet I got 5 more videos from ACD. Then other salvage yards, new inventory. We just got a lot of stuff coming up. A lot of stuff coming up. But that's what we're here for. That's why we do this, because we have a lot of fun doing it. So stay tuned. We'll get some more cool stuff up tomorrow night as well as Friday night. And then 7 o'clock Sunday evening, we're going to give away that mobile pump plate, that original porcelain sign off the front of a gas pump from the 60s. You want to be in on that raffle. You don't want to miss it. So a lot of you guys already are. It's your last chance to get in. If you PayPal me, I will check it. You know, I'll check it during the week, but Sunday afternoon, I will check it usually mid to late afternoon one more time for any last-minute entries on the day of the raffle. So we'll catch that at that point and ship that thing out to somebody first of the week. So anyway, yes, Tweedly D, I did get it. It got here this morning right before I shipped, so I went ahead and boxed it all up and shipped it right back out. So, yep, I did get it. So we're good. Anyway, guess that pretty much wraps us up for tonight. Thanks for stopping by. Mark's got everything crossed, all his fingers, all his toes. Well, you're doing pretty good on raffles, Mark. Of course, Mark gets in these things to win them. He's playing to win on the raffles, that's for sure. Well, glad you're here, Norma. Glad you helped out, or glad you're able to hang out with us tonight. And I'm going to get to work. I got some stuff I need to get done yet tonight. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Huge shout out to Pete for the awesome viewer box. Thanks for that. Thanks to all of you for stopping by, hanging out. Stay tuned. More cool stuff coming up this week. And Sunday night, 7 o'clock, Sunday night live chat where we're going to give away the pump plate. Hope to see you all then. Thanks for watching tonight. Have a great week. We'll see you Sunday night.